Hey, you guys, welcome to another fantastic podcast. I'm calling it fantastic because I know the Savage is going to blow your doors off tonight with something. I don't even know what it is. It's going to be something. I'm Lopercon in North Carolina. We got the Savage Josh Johnson up in Minnesota. What's up, kid?
What's going on, young man?
Nothing,
That
man.
that feels weird to call you young man. I should call you sir,
Yeah, you
whatever.
should actually. You
Or
should.
have some of that southern hospitality, that southern respect.
I've earned these gray hairs, man.
What's
Believe
going
that.
on? What's going on, Big Dad? Hey, you're looking tan. Were
You
you
know,
tanning by the pool, or were you underneath the umbrella?
yeah, I don't tan by the pool, but I do get in the pool with my kids a lot. So if I'm in the pool, I'm sunning. If I'm out of the pool, I am covered up in the shade trying to hide from it.
Love it. What are we
Getting
talking? What are we talking about on this episode, big fella?
this episode, we got some good stuff, man. Well, I say good stuff. I don't know a whole lot about it, but we always do trending on Twitter. What's trending on Twitter is going to be something we lead off with sort of every episode. Again, because it's trending on Twitter, like people might be interested in it, so it might be a good idea to talk
For
about.
sure. I mean,
And it's
even
gonna,
if you don't have a Twitter account, right? But I mean, Twitter is just another form of media, and
yeah,
obviously, if it's popular on Twitter, it's probably important,
to a lot
or
of folks.
right?
Yeah, yes, that's what we're going with.
I like
So
it.
the first one's going to be hashtag Stanley Cup.
Love it.
I know we've got a couple of a East Coast team and a West Coast team that are almost set. I'm hoping for the Caps to get in there, but I'll tell you why in a second. This week's guest, we got a big lineup of guests this week, man.
A heavy hitter.
Yeah, we have one giant hitter and then a couple heavy hitters.
I
Like
like it.
we got a giant killer.
Honestly, all we get on the heavy hitter podcast is heavy hitters. I think
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's what people don't understand. Like, I think people think it's like, I don't know, maybe like self-absorbed. Like, I mean, I'm not a heavy hitter. Like, I'm a work in progress. You can call me little hitter, but that's all we get on the podcast is heavy hitters. And I
Yeah.
know you're a heavy hitter, Big Dave. You know what I mean?
I'm no heavy hitter either, dude. I have plans on it and dreams of it, but as long as we get these, you are who you surround yourself with. So
That's
it's the
right.
heavy hitter podcast. We're bringing on heavy hitters. What's that make us?
That's right.
They say you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most.
That's right.
You know, edit or audit your circle, folks.
Out of your circle.
I keep pointing at you. I'm looking at a screen over here at you. This isn't for the listeners, but we record this on YouTube or like Google Hangouts. So I see him on my screen whenever we're talking. So if you ever go back and watch the YouTube videos of this, I look at him, but my camera's to the side. So it's kind of weird. Anyway, the last topic is going to be commitment. And we're going to commit to this podcast and we're going to sort of hash out some plans towards the end. But that is it. We've got Stanley Cup, this week's guest, and commitment. Let's get the ball rolling with the Stanley Cup.
Love it, dude.
Something to say right quick. You were getting ready to say something.
No, dude, it's all good. Stanley Cup, love it. Being a Minnesota boy, and actually I just cut off like 5 inches of my hair. Being from Minnesota, living in Minnesota, sounding like you're from Canada. Everyone assumes that you play hockey. That wasn't the case with me, right? I was in actually ballet. No, actually I wasn't. I was a baseball player, but never played hockey. Like hockey. Love the Stanley Cup. Vegas Knights. What I know that there's some haters on the Vegas Knights.
It's their first year. It's their first season. How can you be a hater? And they're Las Vegas. And how beautiful is it for all the gamblers in Las Vegas that probably were like betting, like somebody in Vegas bet the house that they were going to go to the Stanley Cup or win the Stanley Cup.
For sure.
I
just heard something that someone was saying, like, there's no way that a team being the first in the league, an expansion team, should win the Stanley Cup. But, this talks about something we're going to talk about tonight, and that's commitment. Like, whoever owns the Vegas Knights was like, we're not going to half-ass this. We're going to throw some money. We're going to make it rain. We're going to put a team together. They do have a Minnesota boy on the team, Eric Howla. That kid is so fast. He's just a stud. I don't know a ton about hockey, but I tell you what, I mean, it's exciting. And you got to tell me a little bit more about that East Coast team, like the Capitals and the Lightning.
All right, so we've got the Capitals and the Lightning on the East Coast, and we have Vegas Knights. That's what I'm calling a West Coast team. I guess that's considered West Coast.
They're Pacific time zone. They're West Coast.
Out of all 3 of the teams, I cannot name a single player So that's about all I can tell you about those teams. But I do know this: my buddy in Maryland, his name's Toby.
What up, Tobe?
Yeah, he is one of my best buddies. He called me up last week. He lives in Maryland. He's a Caps fan, huge Caps fan. He said, Steve, if the Caps go and they play the Knights, I'll buy your Stanley Cup ticket if you fly out to Vegas. And on a whim, I just kind of said, yeah, I'll do that. So I am pulling for the Caps. And then when I get to Vegas, I don't give a damn. I just want to go. And today out by the pool, actually, I was like, babe, you know that Tobe offered up a ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals, if not finals, but the series, if I can get out there.
Father's Day present podcast already. Father's Day.
So I was like, yes, the end of the month. I was like, I just said yes. It's like a one-nighter, like go out, have fun, come back.
For sure. Well, you better get to know the roster then, bro. Toby, help this brother out. Like Ovechkin, TJ Oshie. I think Nicholas Backstrom is on the team. I'm not even looking at my phone right now, but they probably should come through, dude. But I know. I mean, obviously, being the series is 3-2, the Lightning are up on top. I met a guy when I was at the Guy Harvey Outpost. Shout out to St. Pete's Beach again, being brought up on the podcast.
Don't mention them again unless they decide to sponsor this thing.
Yeah, even for $1, you can win my heart for $1 right now. I think Tampa Bay beat the Bruins to advance. Now, obviously, now the Bruins are playing the Capitals. But I mean, the Capitals have like a powerhouse team, dude. Like Ovechkin, he's like the Russian like dream, and TJ Oshie is another Minnesota boy from way up top, War Road, I believe. There's no reason they should lose that series. I don't think. So I'd love to see in Vegas. Hopefully, mind your P's and Q's out there, big fella.
Well, I've enjoyed a Stanley Cup in my time. Let's not forget the Carolina Hurricanes. And Carolina Hurricanes, who was the season ticket holder the season they went to the Stanley Cup Finals?
I'm not sure.
This guy.
No way.
Yeah. Through my company. So I had season tickets through my company, and I would take clients. And I had one of my car dealers was a huge Tampa Bay Lightning fan, so I always took him to those. I would give a lot of them away because I didn't really care to go too much, but I would always go with him to see the Tampa Bay Lightning. But then they made the playoffs, and I get the email that says, Mr. Loper, thank you for being a season ticket holder. The playoffs are coming up. Would you like to purchase? And I was like, oh, hell yes, I would like to purchase on my personal credit card. So these tickets belong to me.
Nice.
And, so I purchased those jokers, man, and had a blast with them, man. I was on Craigslist, selling them here, selling them there, just making all kind of money. It was fun.
You make some money off that deal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I figured I got my season ticket rights through the company, and they contacted me about buying the playoff tickets. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do it. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Cool, dude. So, cool. What, you have anything else to say about the Stanley Cup playoffs, or do you want to roll on with the guests, the heavy hitters that we got on this week?
Well, that's a touchy subject.
I know you're keeping some of them a surprise.
Yeah. I've done some digging and done some work. I've been taking advice from my, online mentors about dropping messages in the DM on Instagram, even the direct messages in Twitch, and it is proving to be lucrative.
And I didn't know that Twitch had a DM. I mean,
but not Twitch. I say Twitch. I meant Twitter.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Twitter's got a direct message link. So you can just shoot somebody a direct message if you've been in contact with them. They might recognize your name. Now's a good time to hit them up. So I hit up a couple of folks. I got one that about, Johnny's Pizza.
I'm excited for that one, dude.
Yeah, he's a really hyped up guy, man. He is growing a huge pizza chain here in North Carolina. And he is killing social media. He's got for a pizza joint, he's got 2 locations with over 10,000 subscribers on his Instagram. I think I've mentioned the Henny pizza to you before.
Yeah, Hen Dog.
Yeah, there's some Henny guy, some rapper that likes Hennessy, and he made a Henny pizza and poured it all over. It's got 2 million views or some shit, or maybe 20 million. It's just stupid, but he gets social media. He gets taking care of his clients. He is in constant contact with them on Instagram and looking for their feedback, doing promotions. He talks Gary Vee. He's doing something too on the side where he's helping other companies with their social media. Now, that's something I don't know if he'll talk about because he hints at it, but he doesn't really talk about it. So we'll ask him and see if we're allowed to talk about that stuff. But
Cool. And does he have a podcast too?
He's I saw him on a podcast the other day, and he has mentioned starting a podcast. So I don't know where he's at with that process, but that's questions will get answered. He is if you're not following him, it's at Johnny's Pizza NC on Instagram. I suggest go follow him just for the entertainment value, just to see how good he is at it. I mean, constantly every day he's got his phone out and he is working it. And I reached out to him before I even really had the pizza. Well, I ordered the pizza the first time because of his social presence. And now he is the official pizza of the Cary Park Sea Dragon. So I'm ordering 30 pizzas from him like 3 or 4 times this year for our swim meets just because of his social game. Like, I want us to be associated with him because dude's good. Like,
and the pizza's good, right?
I mean, pizza's fantastic.
It's you just ordered the pizza. Didn't you just have that pizza on like Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night. I had a sleepover. Did that little shout out to him on Instagram. Tweeted it out and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cool, dude. Did you have deep dish or what kind of pizza was it?
Well, I had the girls here. So I had 3 girls and myself. Wife was out with the girlfriends doing her thing. So I just got a large cheese. I got to order wings, order garlic knots, and order a mozzarella sticks.
Ooh, I love buffalo wings.
Oh, yeah. I hate them in jar.
Do you call them buffalo wings or hot wings?
Buffalo wings.
Yeah. Oh, I love buffalo wings.
She said, do you want those original? And I was like, what is original? And she was like, bone in or tenders. And I was like, bone in. Like,
bone in, girl?
What are you talking about? That's a tender you're talking about. I don't want chicken tenders. If I wanted chicken tenders, I'd have told you.
Right. If I want wings. If I want chicken nuggets, I would have told you.
Yeah, if I want chicken nuggets, I'd have went to McDonald's.
You're right. And I would have got out I would slap some butter and some Red Hot in there and just shake them like a Polaroid picture.
That's what you would do to McDonald's?
I think I've done it before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, I'm like a freak about like Frank's Red Hot and like buffalo sauce. Like I love wings. Where did I have wings the other day? I was out showing houses in Northeast Minneapolis. Stopped at a little place and had wings. Talked with the waitress. We both agreed that I need to check out another location. We'll talk about wings sometime. I think we should have like a wing.
No, pizza. I think his first true love is wings.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I've heard him say that before.
I think my first true love is wings.
You know?
I mean, when I had zits all over my face and I was in my room alone.
I was kind of pissed though. I got 8 wings, just as like a little, I knew I was gonna be the only person to eat them, so I got 8. I ate every one of them, but I only had one like wing. I had 7 drums and 1 wing.
See, that's wrong, dude.
It is wrong, and I'm a wing guy. Like I like to put them in and go. Suck them out.
Oh yeah, you're like.
Yeah.
Like just.
Hear that? Listen to this. Listen to us. Listen close. Oh, that was pretty bad.
Like a Hoover.
Yeah.
Vacuum Steve.
Dump that bad boy in ranch, man. Just slather
ranch. No, blue cheese.
No.
Dude, ranches. That's fighting words. Ranch is like for like pizza, dude.
Blue cheese has like moldy balls of mold in it.
Yeah, it needs some of that ball wash. Have you heard of that ball wash? It's no joke. Check out ballwash.com for all you heavy hitters listening. There's actually stuff called ball wash. It's keeping the funk off your junk.
Today I saw something about this bag that men carry, and it's called Nutsack.
A nutsack?
Yeah.
So it's not a fanny pack anymore?
It's like a man bag, but the brand of it's called Nutsack. And I don't know if it was like maybe a guy who collected nuts used to carry it around or something and started a company out of it, but it looked really high quality. But the fact that they called it Nutsack, it's like, what are you talking about?
I've got some cashews in my nutsack.
Yeah. I mean, that's who it was.
That's messed up, dude.
Hired the right marketing guy. Now he's getting famous for naming his brand Nutsack. Like,
that's crazy. I mean, maybe we'll have him on the podcast. It'll be Nutsack Friday, Nutsack Saturday.
So tomorrow night we were supposed to have, or tomorrow afternoon we were supposed to have a guest who is a DJ in the rap business. He's a producer, just opened his own studio. And I was really excited to get him on. I haven't touched base with him today, but he did post something on Facebook. It was rather vague, but he wanted us to send prayers to his mom. So something is going on there. I hope he can make it. His name is Disaster Beats. It's Corondo Calhoun is his name. Corondo Juan Calhoun. I don't know exactly what he goes by these days. I think it's just Disaster Beats. But he was going to be somebody. He is like struggling, or not struggling, but hustling his way up in the rap game, in the producer game. He's making all sorts of beats, working with rappers, flying around to music video shoots. Saw him in Jamaica not too long ago, down in Miami a couple weeks back. So he's going places. He's doing big things, and I would love to talk to him, but I would just have to see how that goes.
Cool. Well, I hope everything's all right with, his personal stuff.
Yeah.
His mom, what he's got going on.
And then the other one is just I'm going to keep it on the down low because it's not a heavy hitter, guys. It's above heavy hitter status.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be epic. And speaking of schedule this week, your schedule, I've got you for definites. Tomorrow is possible. We'll do what we do tomorrow. But Wednesday at 8 p.m. your time.
Yeah.
Or 9 p.m. your time. And then Thursday at 7 or 8 p.m. your time.
Okay.
And it might be 7. I know that kind of hurts with putting kids to bed and stuff like that. Because, folks, we do this whenever we can fit it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right now, it's 10:32 on the East Coast. My whole family's asleep, but he's an hour behind me putting his kids to bed, and then I'm waiting up for him. Like, where are you at? Where the hell you at? And he's
where you at, bro? Yeah, I don't think that's what people realize. Like, this is like the side. I mean, this is the side hustle / I would say like building brand reputation. And this is like Sunday night. It's 9:33 my time. But see, the thing is and it's like with you, like, dude, major shout out to you. Because it's like you said, it's 10:33. But like these days, like you can't just sell ads and do what you do. Like you are creating a brand. Like people want to do business with the person and like who they recognize, and people that are actually like doing it and in the game and like, trying new shit. So, I mean, it may seem like fun and games. Believe me, it is a lot of fun, but it's also like building your brand and your reputation for what you do on the daily.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad earlier. I told you he had given me a call, and he's like, "Steve, I like what you're doing. You seem to have a knack for that stuff, Steve. He's telling me he's pop." And of course, your dad's always going to say you're doing great. I could be freaking horrible, but he'd be like, "Oh, you're good for you, buddy. You're natural."
I love your dad's voice.
Oh yeah, but I told him that, and I've told you this before too. Like this is something I can put on my resume, man. Like me and you do this for a year, and then say some. Like I really enjoy it. It's kind of like being a DJ, kind of like doing a talk show. And this is all like practice. We're only going to get better. And then a year from now, I'm going to have like 300 or like 214 episodes of the Heavy Hitter podcast that I can chop up and split up and make some type of highlight reel tape to go on interviews to become a damn morning show host or something, because I've got experience, even though nobody's ever hired me. Like, show me who's got more experience than me, like after a year of this. Like,
right. Well, and it can only help you like communicate more effectively, right? I mean, the more you talk and the more you interview, the more you interact with people, it can only help.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to knock out the ums and the ahs and the hesitations and try to be more crisp on those intros, and
And I'm trying to enunciate and sound like I'm not from like way up in Winnipeg. Dude.
That's the fun part too, man. Like I'm from North Carolina and I have maybe a little Southern twang here and there, and you are from Minnesota. Like it's two different worlds. It's all right that we sound different.
That's right.
A lot of these people that are listening to us think we both sound like freaking idiots.
That's true.
That might attract them, actually.
And we are. Sometimes we are. Most of the time.
Yeah.
So what about the like commitment, dude? What are your thoughts on this like commitment? This is something that like keeps coming up to me, and I keep thinking about lately is, am I going through the motions of life? Like, what am I taking for granted? And like, like what am I just like kind of going through the motions in terms of like doing what I feel like doing, what feels good or, what I like to do. Cause sometimes in life you have to do shit that you don't like, unfortunately. Right. I got to do open houses, um,
Unfortunately.
yeah, that's how it rolls. Right. So like, what are you committed to? Like, or what is this whole commitment thing to you? What do you want to talk about, dude?
Well, it's it's like I don't know, just follow through, man. It's like this podcast. Like I've done the Brothers by Barbecue, I've done the Count on Me, I've done a bunch of side projects, man. I've had Etsy shops, I've tried to hustle tongue scrapers for like a week. Like you name it, I'll go for it. But this seems to be one of those things that where I'm most excited about, man, because the fun of it, the fun factor, um, the the learning process of it. And we were talking about making it a year, and I'm like, oh man, a year's a long time. Like we're on episode 13, but it's one of those things where I want to commit. I want us to make it a year and really like it's like going on a weight loss challenge or something like that. Like if you commit to it and you make it 6 months before the summer gets here and you see those results and that's kind
Right.
of it. I want to see what it looks like in a year. I
Right.
don't want to just what if it again. I've what ifed it my whole freaking life. Oh, it could have been great. My Etsy store could have been freaking fantastic, man. I was building these cutout sharks. I was building these birth announcements and these race bib holders. Like I knew it could have been somewhere, but I was like cleaning up sawdust, and it didn't really look like it was going to turn into work.
Yeah,
What we're doing, this isn't work to me, man. This is fun. Like, and if we find out in a year that we're providing entertainment and it turns up being pretty good, that's what I want to see. I just don't want to drop the ball too soon. So
for sure.
that's where I was going with it, man. And the episode where I talked about joining the or trying out for a play. Like that's
Yes.
something I said that years and years ago, man. Like I was talking about that maybe when I was like 25. I'm gonna start acting when I'm 40. And then we got on a podcast and you were like, oh, I said I'd do it before I'm 41. You were like, you should do it. And then we never talked about it again. Should I do it? Like, I should, I've been talking about it my whole freaking life. What's going to happen? Like,
What's the
just
worst that could happen?
all I'm trying to do is go on one audition. And then I can say I tried it.
Right. What? But see, and that's the thing, though, dude, is because everyone's always like, "Well, I should, I should, I should," and like everyone like has these goals to like,
Everybody knows what you should do.
everyone knows what you should do. But where I was going with that is like, what must you do? Like, you take that should into a must. Like, what must you do? Like, dude, I'll be honest with you. I went to the dentist on Friday. Usually, I'm pretty good about going to the dentist, but Little Hitter's been a little bit busy with a lot of. I'm kind of like you, dude. I got a lot of different pans going. Some I'm committed to, some I'm not.
We call that irons in the fire down here.
Irons in the fire. So I went to the dentist on Friday. It's been 2 years since I've been there, and I just like I have a new appreciation for like my gums and my teeth. It's like God gave me like this. It ain't very pretty, but that's all I got, right? So I flossed for like the first time in like a long time this morning. But and it sounds fucking weird. Sorry, excuse my language.
You're allowed to cuss on here, bro.
Oh, mark it explicit. We won't air this. Maybe we will. But it's because everyone knows that you should floss, but do you live it? And I mean, you probably do. Everyone knows that you should, but you must floss. It's like, dude, I ain't trying to get like gingivitis and gum disease. You know what I mean? Like,
I am not a floss. My wife is a flosser. But then I went to the dentist and got these.
Oh, that a boy.
Yeah,
I like
these,
that.
it's got the little folded. What I'm holding up, guys, is it's called a plackers. It's like one of those little toothpick things with the little dental floss at the end. You just
I do like that.
Chew it around,
dude. I think I'm. And see, that's just the thing. That's the goofy part about us as a human being. It's almost uncomfortable to say, "Yep, I'm going to commit to flossing every day." I don't know. I just feel like You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
nobody wants to commit to shit, dude.
I got 2 big old bags. There's 110 in each bag. So I got one in my desk here where I'll always sit, and then there's one in my bathroom. But
Nice.
I still don't commit. I committed that day, but then it's
Right?
the follow through, you know? It's like, oh, I'm
You
gonna
know,
do it. I'm gonna get better about it.
you know what? I'm gonna commit to flossing tomorrow. I'm going to.
I just flossed on live on live stream. I got
Yeah,
the, you know,
dude, you
sorry.
got like beef jerky all over your camera now. It's
Can't do stuff
weird.
like that. That was my bad. I'm sorry, folks.
You know, and then the other thing too, because I was talking to my neighbor tonight, about commitment, and he's like, "Oh, here another weekend went, and I don't feel like I got anything done. I need to spend more time with the family." And speaking of Stanley Cup playoffs, he's playing hockey tonight in the men's league, and I said, "You know what, bro? Like, I mean, you can only commit to so much, and they say a human being can only commit to like 5 to 7 things in like at one time." So like there's a difference between being interested in something, interested in doing something, and things that you should do and things that you must do and things that you're committed. So I think you really have to focus on, like, I mean, I know you, like, you're an awesome, family guy and dad, and you're committed to family. That's great. So you got 4 others, bro. Like, are you committed to the acting? No, you're not.
Mm.
So but you're interested in it, but you're not committed to it. So it's like, all right, move on. You could always be committed to it some other time, but it's like, what else are you committed to? Like, you're committed to your job. All right, so you got 3 more. I mean,
Yeah.
what else comes up for you when you like talk about commitments? You committed to stopping drinking Coca-Cola?
No.
No, that's crazy
No.
talk.
Yeah, man. Don't you can take a well, no, that's a different saying I was going for. I don't know. Don't touch my Coca-Cola, man. That's my drug of choice.
That's
And if that's as bad, I'm committed to staying sort of, you know, nah, well, I can't say that either. Coca-Cola's my Coca-Cola's my drug of choice, you know? If
I
that's
like
as
it.
bad as it gets, whatever. I'm fine with that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I'd say family, work, those are top 2 because that's what keeps the train to chugging along. But my side hustles, like, as they come, I get passionate about those things, man. And every time I do it is because I believe in it. Now, if something falls through with it out of my control, maybe that happens, but right now my side hustle is the podcast. Like, I'm excited about it. I want to produce content. I want to produce podcasts. I want to get it out there and get it known. And I'm fully like 100% in. Like, I'm excited about it. We got it with the guest this week. By the end of the week, you'll be like, holy shit, Steve, what a freaking week.
Oh, love it,
If
dude.
if things pan out like I have them set up, it's going to be a hell of a week, man.
All
And
right, dude.
next week will be even better because we'll be running on a high.
But see, like, the only thing, just to like throw it out there, is like I feel like you're feeling good. Yeah, obviously you're feeling good. You're always feeling good. You're streaming Steve, but you're feeling good because we're at 116 plays. It's easy to say like I'm committed to this, but what if in 2 weeks we're still at 116 plays? Are you going to be as fired up and as jacked
We
to
got to
bring that heat?
well, I
Because,
think
dude, I am.
I
I got a contract with streaming. No, we don't really, but
if
like,
if we keep up the momentum, that's all we can do. And I think what we're putting out is going to be good enough quality to be able to keep growing. I don't see us stopping. Now, if we go for 7 weeks all of a sudden and Anchor shuts down our podcast, there'll be a delay and we'll have to get things figured out and stuff like that, which could throw a hitch in the plans. But no, I want to see this through for a year, and I'm committing to that tonight, like
I like
full
it.
on, like for real.
I
So
like
like
it.
next May, next April, maybe something like
Next
that.
man.
Like next April, we'll start season 2.
I
This
like
is
it.
this season we go for a year. A year is a season.
I like it.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, one of the things I was going to throw out, I love the question of the day, even though no one has interacted with us on that yet. I was going to throw out, what to the audience, like, what are your thoughts about commitment versus, trying really hard? Because that's the other thing. Everyone's like, oh, I'll try to be there by 3. It's like whenever I hear the word try, it's like I hear don't count on it. But I was just going to ask people, what are they committed to? But I don't know. I feel like people might not really answer honestly anyway. It's just like you know, because sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? It's like putting you on the spot. It's like putting a stake in the ground. But I do want to come up with a question of the day. And I don't know what that is. You have a question of the day?
Uh,
Anything?
question of the day. Would you like to be a guest on the podcast? Do you have anything you'd like to talk to Josh and I about? Anything you'd like to share with anybody who's listening? Do you want to talk about an idea? Do you want to talk about a venture? Do you want to talk about anything under the sun? If you do, hit us up, and we'll respond to you and try to get you scheduled up. I mean, that's what
I
we're
like
looking
it.
for. You
I
know,
like it. Yeah. Let us know how we can help you out. I mean, we have like some like just extensive backgrounds kind of. I mean, we don't know shit about hockey and we know who's in it, but like you've got a lot of experience, you know, and in what you do and you're always trying new things. I mean, my
Hey,
back
even if we don't have experience in what the person is, maybe you just need another set of eyes.
right. Let's figure it out together. Like
Yeah.
let's talk about it. Let's like what can we do to help you progress? So, you know, when our podcast is 1 years old and our podcast is in the high chair with the smash cake and gets the frosting all over their face, like where are you going to be in a year? Like what can we help you do? Like I don't know, maybe you know, maybe we can be there for you. Like for real.
That's it. So, guys, you have the question of the day. If you want to be on the podcast, the question of the day is, do you want to be on the podcast? If so, just hit us up on the regular channels, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, Anchor. Just find us. We're on Facebook at the Heavy Hitters Facebook page now, too. So you have 100 ways, and not 100, but you have a million ways to freaking get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Josh, it's Sunday night. It's 10:48 East Coast time. We're going to go ahead and wrap this show up. But this
I
week,
love it.
guys, follow along. It's going to be epic. We got some serious guests. We'll be talking about the Stanley Cup. We're going to talk about pizza. We're going to talk about the pizza business. We're going to be talking about social media. We're going to have a producer from the rap industry, hopefully on. It's going to be epic. So follow along. I'm Lopercon here in North Carolina. My boy, the Savage, Josh Johnson up in Minnesota.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you so much. I just want to say, like, again, thanks to Steve. He's been, you know, working real hard, and I really appreciate you guys and gals listening, and even giving him like that little boost of like encouragement, like Papa Lopercon, Papa Loper, your dad. Like, hey, big ups. Thank you very much. Just I and podcast already. Like, appreciate all of you. Thank you.
It would mean the world to us guys and anybody listening to hit the subscribe button or leave a review, like or share a tweet or a picture on Instagram. It would mean the world. You guys have a great day, and we will talk at you this week.
Peace out.